Conservative new media viewers, JLin fans around the world, what's up? It's me, PFE, Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert. We're here to talk about Brooklyn's 112-105 defeat tonight to the Charlotte Hornets in Charlotte, North Carolina. Hornets improved to 23-21 on the season. Brooklyn falls to 9-34 on the year, including 2-19 away from home. Now, I'm sorry that I missed the last couple of games in terms of doing videos, but with the political stuff going on and some other things I had to take care of in the last couple games, so sorry about that. But we're back tonight, and tonight was a good night to come back. Brooklyn looked incredible last night as they just crushed the New Orleans Pelicans in New Orleans, like 143-114 or so. And the Nets played extremely well tonight. In fact, I'm almost tempted to do a woo because they looked so good. What is important, though, beyond the win last night and what they did tonight is that overall, the team looks like they are really starting to figure out what they need to do so that they can compete every single outing. Now, of course, some nights are going to be better than others, but everything that, all the work that they've put in, all the coaching, all of the things that Coach Atkinson has learned about what lineups to use, which guys to put with what other guys, the depth of the team is starting to come through. They're starting to believe in being able to come back on teams. And what's really happening a lot with this team also is that their second unit, which is getting more and more athletic, is beginning to be able to outscore other teams' second units. So what happened in this game tonight in regards to that point, Brooklyn started out very slowly, but once the second unit came in, they were able to go on a run, and that kind of kept Brooklyn in the game, and then they were able to build off of that. Some teams have a great first unit, but their second unit isn't any good, and they lose leads once the second unit comes in, and Brooklyn is starting to look like the opposite of that. And I think they're getting used to that. In other words, even if they go down 10, 15 points, they know that their second unit can come in and pick it up and get the lead back for them, or at least get the lead of the opponent much less down. And so it's just really good to see. Basically, in a nutshell, Brooklyn's starting to put it together. They're starting to figure it out, and all of the difficult times and all the losing and all the blowouts, now they're starting to get to a place where they can begin to put that behind them. And they were missing several players tonight. Joe Harris was out of this game. He's a starter. Justin Hamilton was out of this game. And, of course, JLin is still out with the hamstring. And yet they were still able to compete with a good Hornets team on a back-to-back, with both games being on the road. Now, what happened in this game was tied at 81-81, I believe, going into the fourth quarter. Charlotte was able to out-execute the Nets in the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game, and that's where it really showed up that Jeremy wasn't around. This is what we've talked about all season: lack of experienced point guard play, particularly when Jeremy is not playing. And because they lost Gravis Vasquez early in the year, they don't have that right now. Spencer Dinwiddie doesn't have a tremendous amount of NBA experience. Isaiah Whitehead is a rookie. Sean Kilpatrick doesn't have a lot of NBA experience, and he's not really a point guard. Randy Foye is not really a point guard. So Charlotte knew what they wanted to do late in this game, and Brooklyn didn't. But that's okay. That's what, obviously, it will improve when Jeremy comes back, but you have to learn that. You don't know. You're not just come into the league knowing how to do it. Isaiah Whitehead needs to learn to be able to do it. Sean Kilpatrick needs to learn to be able to do it. The only way you learn how to do it is to go through it. You fail some, and then you start to figure out how to succeed in it. Other than that, other than the difficult inning, the Nets played great tonight. Just fantastic. They hit 17 three-pointers out of 41 attempts for 41.5% mark from the long distance. They had 30 assists and only 11 turnovers. This has to be one of the highest assist games for the Nets this season. Yesterday night, they had 24 assists. So as I said, it's not just, this isn't a fluke. That's what's so important about this. They're starting to come together. And I will say this, the Nets have offered, they have signed a second 10-day contract with forward Quincy Acey, and that's a great signing. Quincy played terrific last night, and he played well again tonight. He fits exactly what the team wants to do and exactly who they want to be. Work hard, tough, gritty, fights hard, etc. And so he's an excellent addition to the rotation. And again, he really helped get the second unit get it done tonight. So let's go over the statistics really quickly. Sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Hornets had 7 players in double figures scoring, so they had a very balanced attack, as did the Nets, who had 5 players in double figures scoring. Brook Lopez led the way with 24 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Bojan Bogdanovic, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Sean Kilpatrick, who started in place of Joe Harris, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Trevor Booker, 8 points, 9 rebounds. Spencer Dinwiddie, 0 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, but no turnovers. So he did what he was supposed to do. Remember, Spencer's kind of a cast-off. He's coming in from the D-League. He's no JLin. He's no other very experienced NBA point guard. That is the hole in the Nets right now, is that the point guard position. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson off the bench, 7 points, 4 rebounds. Quincy Acey, 14 points, 4 rebounds. I mean, he shot 3 for 4 from 3. Look, I've seen Quincy Acey play a number of times in the past. I didn't realize he could shoot three-pointers, but apparently he's become a reasonable three-point shooter, and he certainly showed it tonight. Isaiah Whitehead, 3 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. So the Nets point guards tonight, the point guard position, had a combined 3 points. As I said, that's where the difficulty is right now, and it's nobody's fault. Nobody knew that Gravis Vasquez was going to get hurt and be unable to play. And we didn't know Jeremy was going to have this many injury issues this year. But hopefully Jeremy will be back relatively soon, and he'll stay healthy, and that's it. And you develop the young guys, and pretty soon you don't have a hole at your point guard or backup point guard position. Randy Foye, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, and no turnovers. Karis LeVert, 9 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, 1 turnover. Karis LeVert had some fantastic plays in this game. And you can really see the talent of this guy. I think he played point guard in college, and you can see he knows what to do with the ball. He knows how to get to his spot. He knows how to shake defenders. He knows how to get assists to guys. He's going to be a heck of a player. And I can really see next year, possibly, a starting backcourt of Lin and LeVert, because both of them can make plays and both of them can score. And Karis LeVert, just hope he's able to stay healthy, because he has had a number of injuries in his college career. He's coming along good, and the talent is shining through, and I'm just really happy for him and really happy for the team, because he's a big part of why the team is coming around now, and how they're getting quality bench production right now. So it's very, very good to see. Nets shot 43% from the field, Hornets 48%, so that's kind of the difference there. There's no real massive disparities here in the statistics. It's exactly what I said earlier, which was the Hornets outperformed the Nets down the stretch. Otherwise, this game was up for grabs. The Hornets are a good team. The record isn't great, but they're a very well-coached team, and they have good continuity, and they have good depth. So this was a quality performance against a good team. I mean, the Hornets are better than the Pelicans. This isn't like playing the Pelicans. This was an established team, and the Hornets were really, really pressed hard in this game. Now, as far as Jeremy goes, I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard any updates. I don't even know if he traveled with the team on this road trip. I didn't see him on the bench tonight. Again, what we're waiting for right now, what the signal is when Jeremy can return to practice. That's when we'll know he's very close to being able to play in the games again. That's what we're waiting for. There haven't been any updates. I haven't seen anything in any news outlet. Nothing. But this is the way the Nets do it. They don't talk about injuries. They don't want to pressure guys to be back on a certain deadline or timetable. So we just have to wait. My guess is Jeremy's getting pretty darn close. I think he's getting pretty close. But it will all depend on the testing done by the performance team. They want to make sure his strength is good. They want to make sure all the x-rays and MRIs are clean and everything looks good. And not only is the hamstring good, but all of the supporting muscles around it are good, and so on. And that's where we're at. But like I said, I mean, we just don't know anything. But you know what? It's okay. It's a shame that Jeremy's been as injured as he has this year, but it's allowed players like Isaiah Whitehead and like Karis LeVert to develop, whereas they might not have had as much of an opportunity to do so if Jeremy was playing. This team they were gonna have struggles with the roster that they had, and with a new head coach who's a rookie. Let the young guys grow. Let Jeremy rest, and then bring Jeremy back right as the team's starting to figure it out. Because Jeremy knows how to play, and he can kind of slide right in. And then you have even more talent on the team. So I'm extremely encouraged by this. I'm really encouraged. Look, we all know, a lot of us who have just come to the Nets as, coming with Jeremy to the team. The games have gotten boring. The games have gotten repetitive. It seemed like really downbeat, and there was no hope on the horizon and so forth. Now, that's all changing, and it's changing very quickly. And this is how fragile and tenuous the NBA can be. You can look terrible for a couple of months in the season, but then the guys start to figure it out. Guys get a little bit more confidence. Guys get a little bit more continuity. The coach understands tactics or how to use his roster a little bit better. You sign a guy to a 10-day contract like Quincy Acey, who's doing fantastic, and pretty soon, all of a sudden, you're competitive. You can compete with most of the teams in the league, and that's what the Nets are looking like right now. There's still going to be some tough times, but I do think we're turning the corner here. There'll still be plenty of more rough spots to come, but I think the worst is over. That's what I believe these two games signal for us right now. We're really seeing something develop. Randy Foy's come around. Karis LeVert is doing fantastic. Spencer Dinwiddie is being able to produce, and so on. Joe Harris has had an excellent year, as we know. And so the way the Nets do, the way that they play, with the high pace, which requires a lot of depth, this is what it can do when it works. You will wear teams out. You will have more depth than they do. Your second unit will be better than theirs. And not just in terms of talent, but in terms of playing experience. Because the Nets' second unit gets a lot of time on the court, more so than other teams' second units might get when they rely heavily on their starters. That's not the Nets' approach. The Nets' approach is kind of a democratic offense in the sense everybody participates, everybody gets to make plays, everybody gets to score, and everybody gets a fair amount of time of playing time. The starters don't get heavy minutes because they don't want anybody to get hurt. But that pays off because then the backup guys get to really kind of develop their own rhythm. They know they're going to get time, and they get experienced. And now it's the guys are feeling the confidence, and the bench guys really believe that they can do it, and they're doing it. And so it does take time for it to work, but it looks like it's starting to work. So that is all I have to say about this game. Let's talk about the next game coming up, because I'm very eager to see this team play again based upon how they're playing these last couple of games. That game will take place 2 days from now, Monday, January 23rd. It will be against the San Antonio Spurs. So that's certainly going to be a tall task. You're talking about one of the 3 best teams in the league. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time here in the United States, and you can watch the game either on the Yes Network out of New York City, or you can watch it on NBA League Pass if you do not live in the city of San Antonio or the city of New York and you're not in their local broadcasting radius, essentially. It's going to be tough. I would imagine the Spurs will be favored by double digits, but the Hornets were favored by 12 points tonight, and the Nets gave them everything they wanted and then some. It will be a good test. The way the Spurs play is almost like a perfected way of how the Nets want to play, with a lot of depth and using a lot of guys and spreading the ball around and so forth. So it'll be a good experience for the team and for the coaching staff to get that film of how the Spurs play and see what the team can do against them and learn from that. So I can't wait. Like I said, I had been losing some interest in the team, but now it's all coming back again, and we're still, certainly eager for Jeremy to return. Hope you're having a great night, a great day, wherever you are around the world when you watch this video. Take care. Once again, I am PFV Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert. Thanks a lot for watching Conservative New Media. We do strive to be the #1 JLin YouTube fan channel. We will see you in less than 48 hours. Go Nets. Let's have another effort and energy performance like we got tonight on Monday against the Spurs. Win or lose, sure, of course it matters, but it doesn't matter. The Nets just need to continue to build the habits and the confidence and the chemistry, which they're doing now. The guys needed some success. You can feel great and you can work hard, but you need to have some proof that what you're doing is working. Now they have proof. And for the young players on the team and the inexperienced guys, this should help a tremendous amount. Now they have something to actually hold on to and feel good about, and that should only stir them to better performances to come. Okay, talk to you soon. Brooklyn Nets host San Antonio Spurs Monday, January 23rd in Brooklyn, New York.